Hi guys, Jules Mama Vapes here, and today we're looking at this, and this is the SX Mini, and it's the My Pod or the Me Pod or the MI Pod, whichever you want to call it. We're not going to go down low, it's just a pod system, so we're just going to do it all up top. Excuse me. So obviously this is the box, and inside the box you get your usual bump. You know, your manual, your charger, all that sort of thing, instructions, but you also get your pod. Well, your mod, should I say. Your pod comes separate. Now, I've got one set up here, but I've also got one here to show you, because this one is a dud. It's such a dud. It's so bad that when you try and use it, it just, you have to suck so hard. So that's not their fault. It's just a dud pod, but I'll use it to show you anyway what you get. So obviously that's your connection where it fits in, slides in, and that, if you can see, there's a groove here, and that's where it slides down. And it does have a rubber ball. When you fill it through the little ports there. I don't know if it's coming up. There we go, nice and easy. You fill it through them holes, then you pop this bung back in it. And to remove the bung, you have one of these. It's really, really quite bloody annoying, right? So you've got your bung in. There we go, and you might just be able to pick up these two holes. And you have to literally use this little device to get that bung out, to fill it up. It's just for safety purposes. And then obviously you pop the mouthpiece back on when you've got your juice in, and you pop your lid on and you're good to go. And then you pop it into here. So let's get to this. So I've been using this for quite some weeks, and it is gorgeous. Look at it. It is really, really nice. It's just, there we go. Really, really nice. It looks like my other G classes. Absolutely lovely. Really good. And I thought, yes, brilliant. And then you pull the lid off. And as soon as you pull the lid off, it comes up with no atomizer. And why? Because this lid pulls the bung out, so you have to push it down for it to have an atomizer again, so it works. So what I suggest now is, if you've got one, twist it and remove it, and it doesn't come up no atomizer. But still, if you've got this turned off in your bag or anything, any jiggling, and it makes this come up slightly, and it comes up again when you go to use it, it's no atomizer. So whenever you go to use one, if you've got one, just make sure it's pushed right down, get a push before you go to use it, else it will say no atomizer. That to me is a gripe, because you would expect better from Yeehee. I mean, I've been really quite upset about this, because I thought, oh yeah, Yeehee pod system, it's going to be absolutely amazing. I mean, that's exactly what you think, don't you? You look at it, yeah. No, because they should have made this magnetic, or some way of it clipping in like most pods do, so it doesn't have that problem. The other thing, yes, the flavour's decent for it. It's a pod system, you do get decent flavour, I'll give them that, but you can get better flavour in other pods. So I was thinking, really? After, you pay a bit more extra money for a Yeehee product, and you could have got a cheaper pod system that's better. You really could, in my honest opinion. Don't get me wrong, it is a nice tight drawer like you would expect on a pod system. You can alter the brightness on this. I've got, just by using your buttons, I've got it on the full brightness myself, but that's all you can do. And you don't expect it to do much more. It is a pod system at the end of the day. But you would expect, me personally, I expected it to be much better in flavour, even though it is decent flavour, it is. But I was expecting it to be much better, and not to have a problem with the pod system, how it says no atomizer, and you've got to push it right down to make sure it's always pushed down. Decent clouds from it again. I mean, I can't moan about that sort of thing, and the flavour is decent. And this is what you expect from a pod system. My gripe is the fact that the pod doesn't stay down all the time. That's my gripe, really is. And like I say, my honest opinion, and a hand on heart, I would say to people, if you're going to buy a pod system, instead of buying this, you'd be better off buying, I don't know, the Orion Q. You really would, because that's a much better, that's a much better pod system for flavour. There's no problems with it, and it's much better than this. It really is. This just looks good. I mean, this is just going to look good, isn't it, on my shelf. Once I finish the juice, I'm not going to use it again. I really don't particularly like it. Because of this pod system, it's really, really wound me up. And most people do know that who've been on my live shows and things, because I've been griping on about it for such a long time. And that's why I've not done the review for it. But obviously I finally decided, you know what, let's get it done. Let's get it out of the way. And I am disappointed. I really am disappointed. I expected better. Anyway, so that's it, guys. I mean, I've got nothing else to say about it. That's it. So, guys, when you go down below on my, after watching this, it does have all my socials and my vape tube and that. Please click on my links and follow me there. There's also my PayPal details down there, because if you do want to give a donation to help me continue reviewing, that would be appreciated too, because I don't have Patreon set up yet. But my PayPal details are down below if you want to make a donation. So remember, guys, Mama knows best. Vape, don't smoke. I love you muchly, and it's only Tuesday. I'm getting me a mouse ready. It's only Tuesday, so you've got to behave because I'll be watching. Bye now.